let's have a look at some gorgeous sewing patterns that are perfect for summer. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tamlyn and this is Sewn on the Tyne, and I'm here today to talk through 7 new or recent sewing pattern releases that will be perfect for the next few months, particularly the summer, warmer months, but they could definitely work all year round too. So like I said, I've got 7 patterns that I'm going to share with you, and let's just get started. So the first pattern to share with you is the brand new release from Sew Over It, and this is called the Courtney jumpsuit. I loved this as soon as I saw it. I love the fitted silhouette with the wide leg trousers. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So let's have a little look at Courtney in more detail. So Courtney is a PDF pattern that's available in sizes 6 to 30. It's described as a stylish jumpsuit with wide legs, practical inseam pockets and a strappy bodice fitted with princess seams. You've got 2 different options for your necklines. You can go for a lovely sophisticated high neckline, and that's got little rouleau straps, or you can go for a sweetheart neckline and that one has wider straps. Both versions close with an invisible zipper at the back, so that's going to give you a really lovely fitted silhouette at the bodice. And the bodice is fully lined, so that's going to be really comfortable to wear but also give you a really clean and beautiful finish. The pattern is designed for light to medium weight woven fabrics, so think things like viscose, crepe, linen, cotton, that sort of thing. My 2 favourite versions from the sample images are the block print cotton version that Alma is wearing. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, so vibrant, so cute. And then I really love the gingham version that Rosie is wearing too. They both really stand out to me. I think this pattern could really be dressed up as well if you went for quite a fancy fabric, so something a little bit silky could really add that sort of dressy look to this pattern. I think it could also be really dressed down, and you could also easily layer it over a t-shirt, a long sleeve top in the cooler months. I think this is a really versatile and gorgeous pattern, and yes, I have got this one and I look forward to making it soon. The second pattern I want to talk to you about is the new release from BF Patterns, and this is the Daphne top and dress. This is a pattern that's been talked about lots on the Love to Sew podcast, which I'm an avid listener of, so if you listen to that too, you'll have heard Caroline teasing this pattern for quite some time now, and I've been really excited about it. Admittedly, I'm not sure I am going to go ahead and make this one. I don't 100% think the style and the silhouette will really work for me. However, I think it's absolutely gorgeous and I think lots of people will look incredible in this. So again, this is a PDF only pattern, and they give letters for their sizes, so they go from a size A up to a size S, and that takes you to a 65-inch chest and a 67-inch hip. So Daphne is described as your go-to pattern for effortless summer style. Designed with comfort and versatility in mind, Daphne features a breezy vintage inspired silhouette with plenty of options to make it your own. Choose from 2 top variations, so you've got a relaxed crop top or a hip length button front top with a drawstring waist, or there are a couple of dress views as well, so you've got a playful mini dress with patch pockets or an elegant maxi dress with inseam pockets. There are optional flutter sleeves which you can add to any version just to give a more soft and romantic look, and I think this is fabulous in terms of its versatility, how you can style it, how you can work with different fabrics and really show off your unique style too. Like I said, I'm not sure the silhouette will 100% work for me. I tend to prefer things that are a bit more fitted around the waist, but I think it's gorgeous. This brown floral version is just lovely. I really like that one. It also doesn't have any tricky fastenings or anything like that, so this is going to be really approachable for a beginner, and the BF Patterns instructions are really good. I like working with their patterns, so yes, if you are quite new to sewing or you want something reasonably straightforward, I think this is going to be a great pattern for you. I really love filming these videos where I share new sewing patterns with you. I love having a little look for what new designs are out and what I think you might like and what excites me. Sewing patterns really excite me, and I have a lot of them, and it's how I actually learned to sew. I taught myself to sew just by buying independent sewing patterns, patterns with really great instructions, and that is how I learned. But there is so much that goes into choosing a sewing pattern. It's not straightforward, and there's a lot that you need to consider when working with a paper sewing pattern. And I've actually found the perfect class over on Skillshare, who are the sponsors of today's video, and I think this class will be really beneficial for beginners and more experienced sewists alike. Sew your own clothes using sewing patterns like a pro is taught by Robin Burgess, and this is a really easy to follow class that deep dives into working with paper sewing patterns. Despite me having a few years of sewing under my belt and many paper patterns in that time, I still found some really fantastic and helpful tips throughout this course. The measuring your pattern size section provided some great takeaways, as choosing the correct size is absolutely key when it comes to sewing. This class is also part of a learning path of 5 lessons taught by Robin, so I'm really looking forward to the next class that I'll move on to, which is DIY clothing design, design clothes unique to your style and silhouette. Skillshare classes are taught by amazing world-class creatives like professional illustrators, renowned graphic designers and successful entrepreneurs. Learn directly from real, super talented and successful creatives. Skillshare spans categories like art and illustration, design, photography and so much more. And what's great is it has a 7-day free trial and a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? The first 500 people to use my link in the description box will receive 20% off their first year of Skillshare. Get started today. The third sewing pattern that I wanted to talk to you about today is the new release from True Bias. This has gone a little bit under the radar, perhaps because it's quite a simple pattern really, but it's definitely one that could be wearable in your wardrobe, perfect for both pajamas and for just comfortable loungewear, day-to-day trousers and shorts. So it's the Casey boxer short and pant. It comes in the 2 True Bias size ranges, so you've got 0 to 18 and 14 to 32, and this is very much jumping on that boxer short trend. What I really like about this pattern is it comes with 2 different rise options. So a lot of trouser or pant patterns that you will buy will be based around one rise option. So if that rise option is not for you, then perhaps the pattern wouldn't be for you. For example, I always would go for a high rise option. This pattern comes with 2 different rise options, which I think is really great. So view B and view D feature a high rise elastic waist hitting at the natural waistline, so that will be ideal for me, whereas views A and C are mid-rise, sitting a couple of inches below the natural waist. You've got a classic boxer short style, which is views A and B, and there's a little slit at the side seam, which is really cute. And then you've got views C and D, which are the full pajama pant, and they're like a full length option. All views have optional inseam pockets, which I do like to have in my pajamas or my loungewear, and a really cute option as well for a faux fly with 2 little buttons, so it's really achieving that boxer short look. Light to medium weight woven fabrics are going to be perfect for the Casey pattern, and if you are going to be wearing these as pajamas, you definitely want something light and breathable and comfortable. Something like a lightweight cotton or a double gauze would be ideal. Now, I don't know if this is a pattern that I am going to purchase, simply because I've got my lane pants, which are my favourite elasticated waist trouser pattern at the moment. I haven't made those into shorts yet, but they could easily be made into shorts, and I do have a lot of elasticated waist short patterns as well. I don't feel like the Casey is bringing enough to me to actually purchase it as a pattern, but I think it's a really great option, and again, very beginner friendly too. Pattern number 4 that I wanted to share with you is not a brand new release, but it's fairly recent, and it's the Helen's Closet Lazo jumpsuit. Another pattern that I was really excited for because of listening to Love to Sew. So this is a PDF pattern that comes in size ranges 0 to 34, which takes you from a 33 to a 62 inch hip. Within that size range, you've got 2 different cup options as well. So you've got the B cup pattern, which takes you from sizes 0 to 22, and then you've got the D cup pattern, which takes you from sizes 12 to 34. So the Lazo jumpsuit is a relaxed and stylish head to toe look for everyday wear, and I think any time of year too. It definitely has the potential to layer, which is great. It's comfortable while still looking put together and fashion forward. It's sleeveless with a V-neck and a button front closure, and it's excellent for warmer weather, but also, like I said, you could layer it up in the cooler months. The neck and armholes are finished with bias binding. You've got lovely deep pockets, which I love, and then you've got this drawstring waist, which can be worn, fastened, or it could just be left loose. I saw one of the ladies at my sewing social last week who's actually pregnant, and she had made the Lazo, and it looked really comfortable because she just had the drawstring open, obviously to accommodate her bump. She didn't want anything tight over that, but it looked super comfortable, and it was on a really hot day as well, and she looked really cool and really stylish in it too. So in terms of the length options, you can go for a little play suit, so little shorts for this, or you can go for, it's not quite a full length, I think it does have a cropped leg to it, but you could easily add a little bit of length as well if you want it to be a full length jumpsuit. I bought this pattern immediately as soon as it came out. I've had it printed, I've got fabric ready, I just need to get a couple of things ticked off my list, and then Lazo will definitely be getting sewn up. Again, this is a pattern that's perfect for woven fabrics, a light to a medium weight woven fabric, linens, cottons, that sort of thing. I do love that all of the samples are made in plain fabrics too. That really helps you see all of the details of the pattern, and all of the models just look absolutely gorgeous too. Pattern number 5 to share with you then is the Notches Sinai top and dress pattern. This is a PDF pattern, and Notches are a pattern company that I recently had experience of working with because myself, Ruan and Rachel, as part of our Northern Soul Sisters channel, did a project where we all sewed up a Notches pattern and shared our experiences with that. I'll link to those 2 videos down below, and you can go and check them out for yourself if you want to hear our thoughts about Notches. But we were all very impressed actually with the patterns themselves, and mainly the variety of options that you get within your one pattern. So the Sinai is a sewing pattern for a relaxed A-line dress or top with a breezy silhouette and a scooped back. Mix and match neckline and strap options to make her truly your own, from effortless summer staple to stylish layered look. So again, you're getting that option to wear it all year round because you can layer it over things or wear it on its own. The size range on this is great. It's a size 6 to 34 UK sizes. What I love about the Notches patterns is it shows all of the different variations that you can make out of this one pattern. So you have the promotional images, but then you have the line drawings showing all of the different versions you can make. So like I said, there's so many different options with this one. So in terms of your strap finishes, you could go for a tie finish, buttons, elastic, or just a clean and simple strap. I really like the elastic straps. I think they look gorgeous. You can also go for 3 different lengths for your garment. So you can go for a little summer top, a short everyday dress, or you can go for a full dramatic maxi length dress, which I think looks gorgeous too. You've got the option to add in some side slits, which will be lovely and will just help with movement when moving in a maxi length dress. So the back of this pattern has a deep scoop, which adds a touch of sophistication, and you've also got an optional centre seam on the front and the back, so you could really have fun with some top stitching there, or with mixing and matching different fabrics or colours or patterns, whatever you want to do, however wild you want to go. Again, in terms of your fabric choice, you want woven fabrics. If you go for something a bit more drapey, you're going to have a softer look, so something like a viscose or a crepe. If you want a more structured look, then you want to go for something like a cotton, a corduroy, a denim, a canvas. You've got lots of options here in terms of the fabrics that you would choose for Sinai. Now, pattern number 6 actually has some similarities with the Sinai pattern, and that's in terms of the different strap options that you can go for. So pattern number 6 is the I Am Patterns Daisy. Now, this pattern comes in both PDF and paper versions. The size range is different on those two. So the paper pattern comes in European sizes 36 to 46. The PDF pattern comes in European sizes 34 to 52. I will leave links to all of these patterns down below, by the way, so you can go and have a really detailed look at whichever ones take your fancy. So Daisy is a wonderfully simple jumpsuit pattern that unfolds into 18 different styles. So again, you're getting lots of bang for your buck with this pattern. So within it, you can make full length jumpsuits, play suit length versions, trousers, or culotte skirts. Culotte skirts? What is a culotte skirt? I thought culotte and skirts were 2 different things. I imagine that just means culottes, like a wide leg kind of short crop trouser. Interesting. I've never heard it called that before. So yes, like I said, you've got 4 different strap options with the Daisy pattern as well. So you've got a straight strap, an elasticated strap, a tie strap, or you can go for strapless with this one. I love that elasticated strap detail, and I've never actually tried it before, so I may have to pick up either the Daisy or the Sinai pattern. Or I think an elastic strap actually would be quite easily hackable onto many patterns, so it might just be something that I need to give a little try to. So in terms of some other details of the pattern, you've got the bust area, which has like a gathered section with an elasticated casing just above the chest, so that gives you a little bit of support and also adds a little bit of lightness to the design. There are also inseam pockets with every version of this pattern, so that is great for all you pocket lovers out there. I do like a pocket, and if a pattern doesn't have a pocket, I don't usually remember to add them in, but I always go to put my hands in my pockets at some point and then regret my choices. I think I found the image of the culotte skirt, and it is just a pair of culottes, like a wide short style garment. I've just never heard it called culotte skirt before. Have you? Do let me know. So again, this pattern is perfect for your lighter weight woven fabric. Something nice and soft and flowy is going to be perfect for Daisy. I think something like a seersucker or a double gauze or a really lightweight cotton would just be ideal for this pattern. So that is the Daisy pattern. I haven't actually sewn with an I Am pattern for a while now, but they do release some really gorgeous patterns. They often release them in little collections, which is nice, and the Daisy pattern actually has a sister pattern, as they call it, which is the Marguerite, so I need to go and have a little look at that one. And the final pattern, the 7th pattern that I wanted to share with you today, is the latest release from Tilly and the Buttons, and that is the Luella skirt. Now, when I first saw this, I'll admit, I just thought, not for me. Because, to be fair, I had recently sewn a very similar pattern and I'm very happy with that pattern. So I don't need this one. I won't be purchasing it, but I do think it's one that I wanted to talk about because I've seen some really lovely versions of it, and Tilly and the Buttons are fantastic for beginners. So if you are just starting out, or if you're maybe lacking in confidence and you want a pattern that has really fantastic hand-holdy instructions, then Tilly is definitely where you want to be looking. So I wanted to share this one with you and talk you through it. So Luella is a floaty 2-tier midi or 3-tier maxi skirt. It comes in both paper and printed pattern format in UK sizes 6 to 34. So it's a pretty straightforward skirt pattern. It's got an elasticated waist. It doesn't have any tricky fastenings because you just pull it on and off. This pattern does have pockets included, which is great. Now, the feature that I've seen, which I really like about this pattern when I've seen it on other people, is the top tier of the skirt, which is quite slim and skims over the hips, and then the lower tiers are a bit more swishy, and that's where you've got your gathering and your volume. So it has that nice fitted silhouette over the hips, and then you've got the flowy swooshiness below that, and I think that silhouette looks really, really nice. They've also included a nice little feature here, which is to have an exposed frill, so you can join your tiers together either with just a simple gathered seam, or you can have this exposed frill detail, which is quite cute. The pockets are anchored at the waist, which is my favourite way to have a pocket, so they're not flapping around in there and giving you a bit of a lumpy, bumpy look to your skirt. And this pattern definitely provides a blank canvas to show off a lovely print of a fabric. So in the pattern images, they've gone for something quite bold there, and I think definitely that's something that you could do if you wanted to show off a really gorgeous print. Now, like I mentioned, I've recently sewn up a similar pattern to this, which is the True Bias Mauve skirt. I'll pop my version in here. That pattern has lots of different variations in terms of the tiers that you can add, and as you can see from my version, I've just gone for the very simple elasticated waist with one panel from top to bottom, and I absolutely love that skirt. It's so comfortable and I feel gorgeous in it. It has pockets in, and I love the waistband, and it has a drawstring which is optional, but I included that. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be making more of the Mauve skirt. So like I said, I won't be adding Luella to my list, but it's definitely one that I wanted to include in today's pattern roundup. So that is all the patterns that I wanted to share with you today. Do let me know which of those you've sewn up or which of those you are adding to your sewing list. I'd love to hear that. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you're all doing really well, and I'll see you again soon in my next video. Happy sewing. Bye.